can hear me good. Now, my name is Everett, everyone. I'm up here. I'm going to be your safari driver, and I'm going to take you out here on a photo safari today, so I hope you brought a camera with you. Now, if you're taking photographs, remember this. Anything you drop off the side of the truck stays off the truck. Because of the animals, we can't get out and pick up your $800 cell phone, so hold on tight to your stuff. Above your heads, I have some animal spotting guides up there with pictures of some of the animals we might find. We have all those and more. If you brought any food, put it away. No open food, eating, or snacking allowed on the vehicles. Of course, that's because of the animals. Oh, and since no one is allowed to get up off their seats, I see some children back there. Now, take the little kids and put them on your lap, guys. I really recommend it for small children. That way they can actually see things. But if you're going to put children on your lap, you got to do it now. Once we enter the reserve, you cannot lift children up off their seats to place them on your lap. They have to be seated where they're at. There's no passing children back and forth. Never lift them into the air and stand them on your lap or the seat, because if they're not seated, they can be injured if I have to hit my brakes. And you know we can't let that happen. So you got children, make sure you supervise them, because if they stand up, I'll supervise them for you. That's right. I supervise adults too, pretty much every day, but I gotta do what I gotta do for everyone's safety, of course. You know, you never know when an animal might jump out of the bushes in front of us and I have to slam on my brakes. But that being said, we're going to enter the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, and maybe we can find a couple of animals for you. Now, we're actually going to enter it right here in front of us is Little Turi Forest. There's always a lot of natural cover and camouflage out here in the forest for the animals, everybody. So you got to look under the bushes, behind the trees, and in the big clumps of bamboo. There's no copy on the other side of the water hole up there in the right front. Okapi are pretty rare. They weren't even discovered until 1901. That's just 100 years. Crab's heads. But the little black thing over there, that's a yellowback diker. That's a cute little antelope. Now, the word diker means to dive. Because usually when that little guy sees me in my big ugly truck, it dives in the bushes and runs away. Yeah. And you know they're here because of the watering hole, most likely. Animals and water go together. That's a fact. Everything needs water. Oh, like that kudu on the hill up there in front of us. See the white bird. And now that's a female kudu, I know, because boys have horns. The boys are a lot bigger. They weigh about 750 pounds. But the big black and white birds, those are a couple of beautiful saddle-bill storks. They're pretty big, you know. They're like 5 feet tall and 9-foot wingspan. They hang around the watering holes because they eat fish and frogs and stuff. Very pretty birds. Yeah, I get lucky around watering holes. Black rhinoceros right there on the left, all you can see is his butt. See, it's the rock with a tail. That's not a good photo. But that's a good find now. That's actually one of the rarest animals in the world. You know, a lot of people don't know there used to be hundreds of thousands, and there's less than 5,000 left the whole world today because of humans. And look at that, more kudu. And both of these are girls too. They are very pretty, aren't they? Very pretty. Just chilling out, eating grass. Oh, what's that? Okay, we got a little herd of bongo up on the hill on the left up there too, those reddish brown things. Bongo are so rarely photographed, they're actually called the ghosts of the forest by people who live around here. I think they're one of the prettiest antelope in all the world. And I'll tell you what, the Safi River is the other side of this hill. If I head over there, maybe I can find a hippopotamus for you. Everybody likes hippos. I have good luck finding them because, you know, they're nocturnal animals. They sleep all day. But they sleep in the river because they're so big they overheat. Water helps keep them cool. You know, male hippos, they weigh 5,000 pounds, so they're not too hard to find. Unless the water's really deep or dirty, so keep your eyes on the water. Just remember, stay fully seated. They come up to breathe about every 8 minutes. Oh, it's cold today, so there's a one on the riverbank, I see. I think they're kind of cute for as big as they are. Actually, there's two of them laying side by side right there. See that? They are kind of cute for as big as they are. And if you look on the left, there's a whole bunch of the water over there where they're supposed to be. They're not supposed to be on a riverbank like that. But there's some over there on the left, some on the right. I like them. They smell terrible, but I like them anyway. They're very sticky. Now, if you notice the pelicans on the island there, those are kind of interesting too. Those are pink-backed pelicans, the only pelican in the world that works together to herd fish in the shallow water. That way they can all catch them. It's pretty smart for a pelican. Yeah, it really is. Oh, but I almost forgot. We got to cross a bridge up here in front of us too. Before we cross it, I have to remind you guys just once more to keep your seats. If you have children, I want you to supervise them. Make sure all the kids are glued to those seats as I instructed. You know, almost every time I cross this bridge, I find a couple hungry Nile crocodiles hanging around under it. And today's no exception. Look on that left-hand riverbank, man. That's more crocs than I've seen in a while. Young man, yo, stay seated. And ma'am, if you could leave that little blonde-haired boy seated in one spot, please. You're not allowed to lift him up and down off the seat and onto your lap. I explained that before we entered the reserve. Either on your lap or the seat, but not both, okay? Yeah. You know, these things are incredible. 20 feet long. Crushed bones with over 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. Catch prey way bigger than you and me. Like zebras, wildebeests, things like that. When they come down here and get a drink of water. They're always hungry, too. That's right. That's one of the bridges out of reserve I don't even like to cross. No way. Alright, but I don't see anything else here, so we're going to go ahead and leave the forest, I guess. And we're going to enter onto the Serengeti Grasslands. That's home to some of everybody's favorite animals, like elephants, giraffes, zebras, and wildebeests, gazelle and antelopes. You know, even cheetahs and lions live out there. Who knows what I'll find for you. It's a completely different ecosystem than the forest here. Now, right up here is my favorite view of the reserve. And that's because it's the highest spot on the reserve. I can see things up here sometimes. I see some ant collie cattle at the bottom of the hill down there already. Maybe we'll get a picture of one of the world's first domesticated cows. You know, these cows grow the largest horns of any animal in the world. I mean, look at the two down there in front of us right there. Those horns look big, right? Those are small. You know, they've measured horns on this species of cow 6 feet long on each side of their head, everybody. That's 12 feet of horns on a cow. That's incredible. Now, the way we know they're the world's first cow is you can find pictures of those guys over 6,000 years old in ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. And that's 2,000 years before the pyramids were built. That's how we know they're the world's first cow. They're actually pretty for cow, too. We got a couple more up here hidden somewhere. It looks like they're on the move. Yeah. Yeah, the world's first domesticated cows. Oh, I see a couple of sable antelope up there in front of us. Oh, look on the left front. There's actually some wild African dogs taking a nap in the sun down there, if you can see them. They're kind of hard to see. They're black and brown and white. They're called painted dogs on some folks. Wild African dogs. Greatest hunters in Africa. Believe it or not, those little dogs catch more prey than all the other carnivores in Africa combined. They start chasing stuff, they never stop till they catch it. And the sable over here on the left, they're the official symbol of our reserve. You know, they're actually the only antelope out here that doesn't run away from predators. They fight those little dogs back there. They fight lions and cheetahs and hyenas. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. Because you're one tough antelope, you take on a pride of lions. Not know if you're going to win or lose. Protect your herd, that's a fact. Alright, see that? Just like the forest, there's animals out here. We just got to find them. So, those are cows coming up here on the right-hand side. Hey, man. Those look big, but they're not as big as the ones I've seen out here. That's amazing, isn't it? Alright, now on the left, there's a big tree stump in the middle of that field where I see wildebeest next to it. And it looks like there's some tiny little antelope called springbok mixed in with the wildebeest over there. Now I know everybody in the world knows what wildebeest are. Wildebeest, they're not cute or pretty, they're kind of funny looking actually. There's a giraffe up on the hill in front of me. That's a Maasai giraffe. You see, there's another one's head sticking up out of the bushes up there too. Everybody loves giraffes. Kind of amazes me how little people know about those guys. You know, I bring hundreds of thousands of people out here, and it's like nobody even knows there's 9 different species of them. Most people just think they're all the same, but there's 9 different kinds of giraffes. These are Maasais, named after the African tribe. The word giraffe means graceful. It comes from the Arabic language. A lot of people don't know that either. Because they are very graceful, you know, unless they bend over. Then they look all awkward. But, yeah. Giraffes, everybody loves them. Wildebeests. They're not cute or pretty. They're kind of funny looking. But if you notice the little springbok up there by that tallest tree, everybody thinks those little guys are babies, but they're full grown. They don't get big. They're kind of amazing though. As little as they are, they can run 55 miles an hour and jump over top of our truck. They're like the 5th fastest mammal on the planet. They can jump 11.5 feet in the air repeatedly, just boing, 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 boing. That's amazing for a tiny little animal like that. I see another giraffe's head right there on the left. Oh, there's a couple of Patterson's eland in front of us too. There's a giraffe right there in the palm tree, see? Everybody loves giraffes. Alright, now we have what looks like here 2 female eland with a little baby eland right here. Now, male eland fully grown is the largest antelope in the world. Top of their horns, they stand 9 feet tall, weigh 2,000 pounds, man. 9 foot tall. She's eating a palm frond. Yum. Apparently palm fronds are really delicious because the animals love them. Alright, but I tell you what, we have another watering hole up here I'm going to check. Back in the forest, we got lucky. Found that rhino. Wasn't a very good picture, but it was still a rhino. And I told you then I get lucky around waters, so let's see if we get lucky around here. Actually, we have a troop of mandrill monkeys here on the left. Male mandrills, like the big guy there, can weigh 100 pounds. Largest monkey in Africa. And everybody knows that cartoon monkey Rafiki, right? That's what kind of monkey he was supposed to be when they drew him. He was supposed to be a mandrill like those guys. You see the big male there? We only see the big males once in a blue moon. Ah. Alright. I wasn't expecting monkeys, but that's like a bonus photo. Let's see if there's anything else. We got one more little hole in a forest right here on the right-hand side I want to check. Okay, well I'll tell you what, there's a giant male elephant right there. I know it's a male just by the size, but way bigger than female elephants. Our females get about 10,000 pounds. He's probably close to 13. I mean, he's big. I expect to find elephants at watering holes. They drink 40 gallons of water every day. That's 8 5-gallon buckets of water every day. And he just disappeared behind the bushes. But that's cool, we found an elephant. I might be able to find another one, and I'm going to try. I'm going to head around a corner up here to what we call the red clay pits. Elephants go there because they like to eat the clay. And that's right, elephants eat dirt. And it's good for them. It gives them minerals they don't get in their usual diets. I see tusk marks in the clay already. Lots of them. I can't tell you how fresh they are, but it looks like there's been some elephants here. So maybe we'll get lucky. Oh, we are lucky. Left front, there's one. Oh, there's 2. Oh, look at the little bitty one over there. So we just found a herd of females. Females and babies congregate together in herds. Males hang out by themselves. Now that little bitty elephant over there, I'd say that's about a 2-year-old little thing right there. Look how cute it is. And since I see a little elephant, I'm going to tell you about them. Now, if that's a little boy elephant, he'll stay here with his mom till he's about 15 years old, and then his mom will chase him away. Haha, that's right. But if that's a little girl elephant, she'll stay with her mother and the rest of the female elephants for the rest of her life. You know, actually, the only thing in the world stays with her parents longer than elephants are humans, unfortunately. That's a sad fact. It's a fact, though. Yeah, it is. And they're huge when they're born. They're 300 pounds, usually a little over 300. And is there any moms back there? Listen to this. The female elephants are pregnant for 22 months. Almost 2 solid years. Takes a long time to grow a 300-pound baby elephant, man. But they're all special because, you know, they are the future after all. Look, we got some more up here. It's the next watering hole, too. Told you I expect to find them around water, without a doubt. Oh, and there's actually some flamingos up here, too. They're always a good photograph because they're so pretty. These are called the greater flamingo, and I know it because they're the tallest of all the flamingos. The males, they stand 5 feet tall. That's big for a bird. And a lot of people know that they turn pink because they eat brine shrimp, but they don't know why, but I do, so I'll tell you. Brine shrimp contains beta-carotene, everybody. That's vitamin A. That's what turns them pink. They're big and pink and pretty, even when they're standing on one leg sleeping. Look at that. I can tell you a fact, I've never seen a flamingo fall over. Never, not once. That is amazing. They got great balance. Alright, now we're going to take a chance and see if I can find the other species of rhinoceros today. There's a big mud hole around the corner here where I find white rhinos quite often because they like to roll around in the mud. Keeps the bugs off them, protects them from the sun, you know. To the back left is a bontebok, one of the rarest animals in the world. You know, those little guys that kind of look like goats, but I tell you what, they have been extinct in the wild for over 100 years because of humans overhunting those little guys. In the early 1900s, there was only 17 left in the whole world. A sheep farmer saved them from extinction. He didn't even know he was doing it, but they got on his property. He fenced them in. Any other antelope would have jumped the fence, took off in the wild, went extinct. But those guys were too little to get out. Yeah, it's a great story. Could you imagine hunting an animal like that till there's only 17 left in the whole world? There's hundreds of them now. But at one time there was only 17, man. That's crazy stuff. Alright, but I'm still looking for rhinos. Let's see if we can find one around here. Oh, what's that? Oh, there's a cheetah. All the way forward on the left. See it? It's sitting right there, looking right at us. See it? It's kind of hard to see. It's just to the left of the last tree there. See it? It's sitting right there. Now, everybody knows the fastest mammal on Earth is a cheetah, but most people don't know the fastest one ever recorded by human. It was 72 miles an hour. Their average speed is 60 around here running around hunting. You know, they are the only big cat that'll hunt during the daytime out here. The only big African cat that'll actually purr. Look at the big cats. Let's take a chance. Now, this could be a rhino's directly in front of me, but they're laying on the ground up there sleeping in the bushes, so they're not a very good photo. Just like black rhinos, white rhinos aren't safe anywhere in the world because of humans and our greed for money. You know, a lot of people don't know a herd of rhinos is called a crash, too. And there's a reason for that. You know, those guys can only see 35 feet, but they can run 35 miles an hour, so they crash on things all the time, like my truck. That's one of the reasons no one's left, you know, their seats back there. Please sit that child down and don't lift them into the air, young lady, please. See, I'd have to supervise people. They are not allowed to do that. Sad. All right, I see a lion. I see a couple of them. There, right there. Doing exactly what I said. Sleeping.
Right there.
That's what they do all day. I see 1, 2, 3 of them right there. Yeah, you want a picture of a lion awake, you need to be out at nighttime. You know, good luck with that. I don't come out here at nighttime. No way. A lot bigger they look. That female lion right there probably weighs over 300 pounds. Oh, look over here on the left. I see a... Hey, everybody knows Puma. Oh, no. Look, there's an ostrich in the road, too. Those things freak me out, man. I'm going to warn you guys about the ostriches. They can outrun my truck and reach here and bite you. I've seen them do it. So they come over the truck, slide away from the edge, man. Don't trust them. Look at a picture of warthog. There's one there, and there's a couple laying in the mud over there. I told you, lots of animals like mud. Alright, now we've got 1, 2, 3 female ostriches, and I know they're girls because boys are black and girls are gray. Hello, big scary bird. Yes. I don't like you. No way. I don't trust them. Yeah. You are a pretty bird. Probably thinks it's a pretty bird. I see another rhino over there on the right. Oh, and right here on the right, by the truck on the right, look, there's some ostrich eggs. A lot of people have never seen one of those. You know, those things weigh 3 pounds each. They say it takes 24 chicken eggs to make one of those. And, of course, it's the largest egg in the world because the largest bird in the world right there, Layla. You know, 3-pound egg. That's an egg. I tell you what, we're actually having pretty good luck for the time of day it is and being cool and everything. But I know there's one more little watering hole around a corner up here, and we've been having pretty good luck around water, so let's see if our luck continues. Oh, and it did. There's actually a desert antelope on the hill up there in front of me from the Sahara Desert. It's called a scimitar horned oryx because its horns look just like scimitar swords. They're 4 feet long, got that curve. Could you imagine being a lion trying to jump on his back? That'd be one sorry lion. What a weapon Mother Nature gave him. Wouldn't you think he'd poke himself? I mean, look at that. Isn't that crazy? But I'll tell you what. This is the only animal in the world that can live 25 years and take a drink of water once a year and live. You know, there's no water in the Sahara Desert. That's Mother Nature at her finest, man. If you're born and live where there's no water and you want to live, you live without water. You don't live at all. That is crazy. I think it's crazy. I know it's a fact. All right, but I'll tell you what. We did have good luck. You know, we actually found more animals than I thought we was going to. Not bad at all. Unfortunately, though, the warden's post, it is just around the corner, so I got to head back in that direction so I can get ready to drop everybody off. Now, it's a short trip to the Harambe village, but if you want to see more animals, I recommend you take a trip down Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail if you haven't done it yet. They have a lot of good stuff down there, you know, like gorillas, but they have monkeys. They have an underwater hippo viewing pool. They got a bird forest full of beautiful birds. The river down there is full of all kinds of fish. They even have meerkats and naked mole rats and all kinds of good stuff. And a rare zebra species called grevies. I didn't see these zebras out there.